Check-A Pro Joe here on the Check-A Pro radio show. I love talking home improvement. I've been doing this radio show for some time now, and I get to talk to great people like Jeff Gabelsberg from Jolly Goat Garage Doors. He is an expert in garage door repair and replacement. Hello, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing great, Joe. Thanks for having me back on.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I really appreciate your expertise, and so do my listeners. As you know, questions come in from people who listen to the program, and this is one I'm not really sure I know the answer to, but I know you will because you're an expert in this space, and that is, are custom-sized garage doors available? I think what they mean is the openings are generally standard, but are there custom doors available?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great question. These days we're getting more and more custom features. People want custom applications and custom situations. So it's not just the size of the door that can get custom. That's the first thing. You're absolutely correct. There are standard sizes that we go by. There's industry standards. But a lot of times with vehicles and people's homeowners' needs these days, they just need a garage that's a little bit odd size. And so whether it's the height or the width, we can make a garage door fit any space whatsoever. And also the customness of a garage door can be actually on the inside of the garage as well. So in a lot of cases, a homeowner might have, let's say, a really tall ceiling inside their garage. If they've got a garage door that has a height of 8 foot and their ceilings are 12 foot inside, we can actually take that garage door and go straight up the wall and break across the ceiling to free up all that space up above where the vehicles are going to be parked. You can do added storage. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with that additional space. So there's all kinds of really neat custom things we can do when it comes to the garage door.
And that's good to know. It seemed to me that everything was very standard. So what you're saying is if I have an odd opening, you guys can come out and measure, and you can order a door that's going to fit, kind of like a window. You can order custom windows for any size. So the same thing for garage doors.
Correct. Yeah. And, something that's really popular that we're doing these days in our markets, a standard, simple, basic garage door for all these past years is, let's say, for example, an 8 foot wide by 7 foot tall garage door. We call that an 8x7 in the industry. Well, there's two 8x7 side by side. We see that pretty often, but these days the size of vehicles and just the needs of people, you need a bigger space than that. So we're coming in a lot of times and taking out that center column in between the two doors. And then whatever is left over, we're making one big solid door. And so that's going to be a custom size. It's not going to be something that we can just, order straight from the manufacturer without getting, some customization going with. So something like that is pretty common, and we do that a lot. And yes, to answer your question, we can make it any width or any height that we need to.
Does it take a little while longer to get that door?
Not necessarily. No. If it's depending, as long as it's not something that would have already been on the floor that we had in stock and we have to order it, that's the only time difference. But if we have to order it anyway, let's say a customer wanted windows and that's not something that's in stock, it's going to take the same amount of time to get that door with windows as that door is an odd size, because they're going to make it by hand from the manufacturer for us specifically. And it's the same time frame.
Since we're talking about customization and personal care, do you agree that it's important for homeowners to go directly to a company like yours versus the big box stores to buy their doors and to have them installed?
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And we come across that a lot, when we're doing estimates. The best thing we try to do is educate homeowners so to make the best decision that's going to make the decision that's going to be best for them, I should say. One of the things we try to steer away from the big box stores is because the big box stores don't actually install garage doors. They just contract out to the cheapest person that's going to be installing out there. And it's not usually somebody you're going to want. It's not going to be a company like Jolly Goat or some of the other bigger companies out there. That's going to send a person to your home that's actually going to sit down with you at your table, that's a W-2 employee, that's not getting paid to sell you anything. They're just getting paid to be there for you as your as a representative for the company. You're going to get the exact measurements you want. You're going to be able to get all the exact stuff that you want from start to finish. And that's not something you can get from some of those big box stores.
No, you generally can't talk to the owner of Home Depot. It's actually owned by the people who have shares in the company, but they can talk
Correct.
to Jeff Gabelsberg if they need to. They could track you down, right?
Absolutely. Always here.
As always, my friend, thank you so much for joining me today here on the program and being the expert in garage doors.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a good one.